Righto. I just thought I'd run by you my experience on Lake Kinchant this time around. So September 2016, and before I left home on the sunny coast, I analysed what the actual lake looked like by using Google Earth, and looked up Sunwater's website and found out what capacity the lake is, which it is about 100% at the moment, or very close to it. So from past experiences, I thought I was going to be in for a really good time. Not that I haven't had a good time, but the fishing has been extremely tough. The toughest I've ever experienced here in probably the 5 years that I've been fishing. So when I first got here, I went out and had a look at the layout of the lake, and it is completely different to how I'm used to seeing the lake. Normally there's a lot of weed, but that's all under the water, and I'm met with like edges of lilies and this aquatic vegetation behind me, which is extremely dense. So after fishing a little while and during the day and analysing my options and what to do, where to fish, I didn't have any luck on the edges at all. So I sat down and worked out basically what my plan of attack was going to be, and I was going to fish at moonrise. So I've only fished 3 sessions since I've been here in the 3 days, and the first day the moon rose at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, at 2:30 consecutively, and 3:30 this morning. And again, when at my first session, I targeted the edges and it was no luck. So I had to pretty much think on my feet. And I sat in my kayak, and from past experience, I was listening for catfish. So where there's catfish feeding aggressively, there's normally barramundi with that school. So I poked around until I heard a catfish, and they were in this aquatic vegetation behind me, which is extremely dense. So I was just following them, just hunting them down, and the buffing and the noise from the barra that were amongst them was just horrendous. But I just couldn't land a lure in this vegetation. It was just near impossible. So to keep on following them down until I actually reached little sections and pools similar to that just here. And then I was able to actually land a lure in front of their noses. But then the challenge was obviously hooking up to one, but then the next scenario was actually trying to land one and getting them out of this type of structure, which was extremely challenging. I lost a lot of fish and I got a lot of hits. So in total, I'd boated 5 fish, so I'm extremely happy with that. The amount of the action during those bite periods was just incredible, and to visually have your headlamp and shine down on those school of fish and watching these metre plus barra and their red eyes glowing at you, just swimming through this type of structure was just fantastic. You never ever stop learning, and everything. You think that you've got them pegged, and they keep on shifting the goalpost, which is what I love, chasing these fish. It just drives me to just keep on learning about these fish. So at the moment, they've got no reason to leave this type of structure. They've got food source. This vegetation in the lilies suppresses the water temperature. So when you've got those cool southerly or westerly breezes during the night, the water temperature maintains a stable temperature. it's not cold by any means. The water's been up around about that 29 degrees, so it's optimum weather for them, and they should be really on the chew. But obviously they've got everything they need in this structure, so they're not actually, they're feeding out wide. We'll be up here in a couple more months, and yeah, we'll be targeting them again, but on a different moon phase. My favourable moon phase is around a full moon, and I love targeting them around moon set, and it's just another whole new experience. And again, I'll be running them pretty much the same lures, especially in this type of structure. So the lures that were successful this time around were the Z-Man 6-inch swimmers in the colour of smoky shad, and I was rigged on a TT Lures snake locks in a 1/4 ounce and an 8.0. And then looking at the bait fish that they were actually feeding on, they were really small. So I opted to downsize my lure to a 4-inch lure and to mimic the same looking colour, which is a pearl. And the reason being, I stuck with an 8.0 hook rather than a 6.0 hook in the 4-inch, is pretty much the gape of the hook between the hook point and the front of the lure itself. So it gives the barramundi a better chance when they squeeze down on that lure. It opens up that hook, and you get a better hook up rate. So I still got plenty of tail action. So yeah, hopefully in a couple more months it'll be another whole new ball game, and hopefully, yeah, we'll come up to a few more. Again, like, you know, normally in a normal scenario, when I have the type of structure that I like to target here, which is the aquatic weed with pockets, and running this over that weed, yeah, I could end up, you know, with anything up to 50 to 100 fish in a 5-day trip. So, but to get 5 fish in the type of structure that I got this trip around, I'm absolutely stoked. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted.